Back. In the previous lecture, we have seen how to create a table. So we have written this command create table customer and we have given all the attributes to that table. And once you run this describe customer, it gives you all the field type, null and keys. Okay, so we have these fields and we have these data types and we have not null constraints and we have a primary key. Okay, now in today's lecture we are going to see an alter command. Okay, so why we are using this alter command? Basically, for example, if you want to add a gender, if you want to add one more column here as a gender. Okay, so for adding that gender, if you have to add this gender here, so for that you have to write here comma and then you have to give a gender and you have to see a char and it will be either male or female and it will be one character, correct? But if you will try to run this command, it won't run. You try to run this command, it won't run. Why? Because customer table has already been created and you cannot create this customer table again. Okay, so if I'll run this, it will show across and it will say customer already exists. Okay, customer table already exists. So how you can add a particular column, how you can add a particular column in your table in MySQL? So for that you can use an alter command. So how this command looks like? So alter table, then you have to give the table name, which in my case is customer, and then you have to say add and you have to say the name, which is gender in my case right now, gender, and then you have to say it should be a character of 1. Okay, so in this manner you can add a particular column gender inside this customer table. Okay, so let me run this alter command and check if it works or not. Okay, so it got green tick, it means it works. Now let's check whether that gender has been created or not. Okay, so ID is there, name is there, address is there, salary is there, and gender is also there, which is character 1. So now you have altered your table and you have added this gender column inside your table. Okay, so you understood, if you want to add a particular column, then you have to say alter table name, add column name, and then your data type. Okay, next is what? Suppose you don't want this gender now. Okay, you added this, but after that you realize that oops, I don't need this gender right now. Okay, so for that you have to remove this gender. Okay, so for removing this gender, the command is alter table customer or alter table customer, and then you have to say drop, and drop column. So these are two keywords, drop column, and then you have to give which column you have to drop. Okay, so drop column gender. So once I run this and it got executed successfully, now if I'll describe the customer, okay, so this gender has been removed from this table. So now it has only 5 values: ID, name, age, address, and salary. Okay, so you can add using this alter command, you can drop also using that alter command. So we have added gender and then we have removed gender. Okay, now next thing what you can do. Okay, so suppose you have created this name, right, with a varchar 30. Okay, so now suppose there is a name which is more than 30 characters and you want to change this varchar 30 to varchar suppose 90. Okay, so how you can do this? So you have to write an alter command. So for that you have to write alter table customer, and then you have to say modify, column, and then you have to say the column name, which is name in my case. Okay, and then you have to say varchar, and this you have to give 90, the updated value. So you don't need a 30 now, you need a 90 now for name. Okay, so what you have done, alter table customer, modify column name, and instead of varchar 30 I am giving varchar 90. We are giving varchar 90. So let me run this. So after running this, it got executed successfully, green tick came. Now check describe customer. So after running this describe customer, see this name has been changed to varchar 90 now. So now you can store a 90 characters in the name column. So you can do this thing using a alter command also. Okay, so we have added the column, we have dropped the order column, and then we have modified the column, and we have changed the data type. Okay, now what next thing you can do, you can also add a not null constraint. So for suppose if you want this age to be not null, okay, like this, the id is not null but age can be null, right? Age can be null, but you want age to be not null. So for that you can write an alter command. So alter table customer, alter table customer, and then you have to say modify, and then you have to say which column you have to modify. You have to modify age, and you have to say here his data type, which is integer, and then you have to say not null. Okay, so what you are doing, you are modifying age, which is an integer, and you are adding a constraint called as not null here. Okay, so let me run this command. So after running this command, it got successful, and describe customer. So now age will be now no for null, means what, it cannot be null now. So this you can do using an alter command. So alter table name, modify your column name, and you can add your constraint here not null. So it will be not null. So you have to give a value to the age for now. Okay, after altering. Okay, so this is the another alter command example. Okay, now if you want this id, we have given this a primary key, right? If you want, no, I don't want this id to be a primary key. So how can you remove this thing from id? Okay, so for that you can use an alter command. So alter table customer, enter table customer, and then you can give drop. So what you have to drop, you have to drop the primary key, right? So you have to drop this primary key. Okay, so currently id is my primary key, but after running this command drop primary key, it got executed. Yes, it got executed, and now I'll give a describe customer. So after this, the id is not a primary key now. So nobody is a primary key right now because we have dropped the primary key from the customer table. Okay, so now next is what, suppose you want to add again, you want to add this id as primary key again. So you have already dropped it, so how can you add again? So for that, simple alter command. So alter table customer, add constraint, and then you have to say constraint name. So you can give any name. So I'll give my primary key I want to add, and then you have to give the primary key to be an id, right? So we want an id to be a primary key. Okay, so how you can add this primary key? Using an add constraint. So alter table name, add constraint my primary key. This name can be anything. Then you have to give a primary key, and then you have to give a column name. Okay, so let me run this command and check whether it works or not. So it got executed successfully. Now I'll describe my customer table, and after describing, this again has become a primary key. So let's revise what all we have done with the alter command. So if I want to add a particular column, so I'll say alter table customer, add the column name, which is gender in my case, and then his data type. So this got added. Then if you want to remove that added one, you can simply say drop column and then column name. Then next is what we have modified the name attribute from varchar 30 to varchar 90. Okay, next what we have done, this age can be null right now, but after this command it will be not null. So we have added the not null constraint by using alter table name, modify column name, and then you have to give a data type, and then you have to give your constraint here. Okay, next what we have done, we have dropped the primary key from the table. So alter table name, drop primary key. So it will drop this id as my primary key. So suppose we have to add it again. So for that you have to use alter table name, add constraint. You have to give a name to that constraint. In my case I've given my primary key, and then you have to give the primary key and you have to give the column name here. So this will add a primary key to your table again. Okay, so these are the alter commands that we have seen to alter the table. Okay, in the next lecture we will see drop, how you can use a drop command and you can drop your databases and table.